Wine. It's simply crushed and fermented grapes. The variations in the stories are what make it so fascinating. There are so many varieties of grapes, and then different clones and different rootstocks. And the stories behind the wines are as lush and beautiful as the wines themselves. Our goal at Fresh Grape Chronicles is to explore and chronicle the grape, its many stories, and its journey from dirt to glass.
Small family, you know, it was Lowell, and there's Brad and Brad's wife. Bethany does all the marketing.
Gotcha.
National sales. I do all direct sales. I do membership. I do office work. We all wear many hats here.
Very different from Dundee in that area. The soil types are very different. And so, you know, if you get Pinot side by side here and there, you notice the differences. The terroir will be expressed really dramatically. These grapes from the base of the Alps from Italy. And you're familiar with them because they grow them down south. O'Brien, Traldigo, and Scaptini.
Views.
In the intensity of the heat is what we were looking for, south facing.
Right.
The rows are planted north and south. I like to show off what we're doing now. I talked a little bit about the creativity. This block going from here all the way over and right down there.
In the corner.
And you can see, just despite the color, they're baby blue eyes. It was blue when they started, and then they get kind of purpley color. In this segment, we have worked with the Soil and Conservation District, and every other row, you can see this one here, has a different planting for a cover crop.
Oh, gotcha.
That would be the flowers that were here before the Europeans showed up. So one of our experiments is this, the grand scheme would be that we would return this to a native savanna prior to Europeans coming. And we just finished going through the first round. There's a couple left there, poppies. You can see some poppies growing. And there are about 7 or 8 different flowers that will continue to blossom just in this 2.5 acre spot.
Gotcha.
And I would like to be able to do it all the way through the vineyard.
Right.
It does have some limitations on farming practices. Mowing,
Right.
having your workers go through, and they're
Right.
they're going through tall, because some of them get up this tall.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't, I'm not as particular about it looking like it's been, manicured.
Right. Yeah.
So we would like to get, and also you'll notice that we do a complete cover crop across. The idea is, our belief, 2 things. 1, we actually want to devigor the plant.
Right.
We want, and it's pretty much, I think, working out that we're right on that, is that we don't want a whole lot of green growth again.
Yeah.
We want that plant to be kind of as natural as possible. Okay. The other thing, there you see some. First 3 years we irrigated. Then and I would like to get them all totally taken out.
Right.
The irrigation, we're part of a group that's called the Deep Roots Coalition, DRC, that has the belief that if we don't irrigate, the roots are going to go deeper and source water deeper.
Yes.
And even in our very dry years, there's been absolutely no problem.
Do you guys have a water table here that you're aware of that they might be growing towards?
Yes, we do, and it's a little bit of a sad story on that also, is that if you go down about, I would say, 12 to 15 feet, there is, and this is typical of Willacoochee soils, a very dense, black, just black as that table, a dense clay. That was during the Missoula flood periods, when there was eruptions, and this was a lake up to right about just above the up there into the oak. Also, that prevents a lot of the water to go down through that density.
Right.
So it'll go down and then it comes out like this. So on the hillside, every once in a while, before we planted, we did do some tiling. And over in the diagonal right over there, there is one big round spot about as big as this patio where the water was going down and then came out. And it was a big mud hole on the side of a hill.
Right.
Well, we tiled it and put down some round rock and then took care of it. But also that's a spot where we need to do something more for vigor.
Gotcha.
It's a pretty bad spot in there. But that's true of Willacoochee soils.
Gotcha.
So.